All right, and we are live for another episode in 2 seconds. Welcome to the Bear Report podcast for Thursday, August 10th, 2017. This is episode 62. We are live on YouTube. For those who are listening to us on the iTunes podcast, the podcast app that you are using, podcast, or other apps, you can go ahead and download us live. Thank you very much for listening on your way home, on your drive to wherever you're going, or if you're just listening to us for the heck of it. You pretty busy week. It's kind of a quiet week actually in the world of BlackBerry, but nonetheless, we got some good new, cool news stories to talk about this week. Thank you for those who are joining me live in the chat room. Thank you, brother Neil. Live, you can check us out in the YouTube chat. You should be able to see a way to chat away, ask questions and whatnot. So, you guys for joining. I want to start off. This is going to be more for the YouTube viewers, but I picked up one of these guys. If you guys can see that, that is the BlackBerry patent that was thrown around on the website. I forget the website saying actually, but picked this guy up. I went with the smaller version, didn't go with the big version, but and looks pretty cool. It's definitely something I can't wait to hang up around here, and definitely something for a while. It's the if you guys are listening, this is the patent for the original BlackBerry device. A link in the description so you can check it out. Definitely see that. I know there's a limited quality for each size, I believe. So if you're looking to pick one up, what was the site's name? Up, you can go ahead and check them out. Let me go find the site's name that you can pick up those patents on the top of my head. Way to do so. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. We have lots of cool news to go over. Let's start it off with BlackBerry Mobile teasing us, of course. They teasing us lately about anytime something new's coming out or they got something. They always throw up those little teaser videos up on BlackBerry Mobile's Twitter page or YouTube page. That's what the company's called. So definitely check those guys out. To get rich, they have the BlackBerry patent. They also have other cool ones. They have video game consoles. They have the iPhone. They have Android devices and everything pretty much in between. So definitely go check out Retro Patents. I'm thinking about doing some kind of contest with these guys. So stay tuned for that announcement. Probably we'll announce it on Monday. Still kind of working out the kinks of the contest, but yeah, should be a contest coming soon for the Retro Patents. Of course, it'll be the BlackBerry one, as you can see. But stay tuned. So anyways, BlackBerry Mobile is teasing us. They put up a little teaser video on their Twitter panel or Twitter page. It showed off just a BlackBerry Key 1 logo with just black paint, looked like black liquid flowing behind it. And very interesting to see them. Apparently they're going to show off something at IFA Berlin. Looking into getting over there somehow, but don't think it's going to be in the books this year. But pretty exciting to see what they unveil. Kind of have a feeling what we know what it is. It's the BlackBerry Key 1 limited edition in black announcement for global rollout. We do know that it just launched in India. Thanks for the folks over at Optimus, and that was under Optimus with the blessings of BlackBerry Mobile. But BlackBerry Mobile is looking to launch this, and we do know globally because there's a lot of excitement. A lot of people want this device in the pure black, and should be here soon. That's probably what they're teasing. That's my guess. If I had a educated or uneducated guess, but nonetheless, pretty cool that they're getting ready to do it. We do know China just got the device, starting to roll out the BlackBerry Key 1. We also know that Brazil is also looking to get the BlackBerry Key 1 in black. China should be sometime this month, and then we should see Brazil get something later this a few months over in October or September. And then after that, we should be getting a rollout for the BlackBerry Key 1 limited edition in black globally. Don't know what the time frames or logistics yet are. If we're going to see that come through, everybody has one shot at it, or North America gets it first, Canada gets it first. We don't know that yet, but we'll hear more come September. I believe September 1st is the date of IFA. Yes, September 1st to the 6th. So it's running through. It's going to be in Berlin. So we'll hear more about that from BlackBerry Mobile. But I do love the fact that BlackBerry Mobile has been teasing us a lot lately. Romeo's over in the chat room. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. So next bit of news that we have going on, BlackBerry has announced a new partnership with Slack. So this is the BlackBerry secure side of everything. They're announcing a partnership with Slack. They're going to start using the BlackBerry UEM and start integrating in with Slack through their app config community. So the app config community pretty much BlackBerry help was launched pretty much to help simplify application development deployment for enterprise developers, and so that enterprise developers can come up with these applications, and this community is going to help develop and deploy and get the word out and spread the news about that application to other companies and such. So through the app config community, BlackBerry is able to establish a partner with Slack, and now Slack is going to have BlackBerry UEM built into it, so companies can use Slack services with the security of BlackBerry service secure. And really cool partnership. If you haven't used Slack, definitely recommend doing so. We do it on the back end of BerryReporter and some of my other sites, and at work as well. We use it as well. So it's a really cool application, communication application. Don't like it as well as BBM, but it's definitely nice to use. One nice thing about Slack, it does have a desktop client and Mac client, so I can use it on the computer, where on BBM I cannot do so unless I'm using BlackBerry Blend. But so the other bit of news, we didn't really publish it yet. Actually, we'll go to this one. The BlackBerry Key 1 is officially available in South Africa. It was rolled out on the 8th of August, and they had a nice little event over in South Africa. BlackBerry Mobile was there, TCL was there, and helping roll out this thing. Looks like it's going to be available via Solicity. So they were taking pre-orders up until the 8th, and then Vodafone stores are starting to sell the device on the 8th of August for a limited time. So congrats to those in South Africa that are getting ready to pick up or should have already had their BlackBerry Key 1s. Hopefully you guys are loving your device, and I love my BlackBerry Key 1, and I know others do as well. So congrats on getting that device. It's well weighted. Let me know if you get any cool accessories, what you guys like. Let us know in the comments of the podcast. So the other thing I wanted to cover is we haven't posted this story yet, but it's just about the day for me today. I wanted to get this up before the show, but so if you guys have been frequently reading BerryReporter.com and listen to the podcast and listen to watching our YouTube channel or any our social networks, you've heard a lot of things about the BlackBerry Key 1, right? You've heard a lot of things about BlackBerry Android. You've heard a lot of things about side of everything, but there's a lot of you out there that are wondering, what about BlackBerry 10? What about BlackBerry 10 users that are still holding on to this operating system, who are still holding on to this platform and using these devices, and devices like the Passport, the Key 1, the Classic. One of my favorite. I put something up on Instagram this week about how I love the Classic. I do. The device has just a good look to it. The Passport, of course. So what about BlackBerry 10? I know we've been kind of slacking on BlackBerry 10, and it's not because we don't like BlackBerry 10. It's not because we don't believe in BlackBerry 10 or love it. I love BlackBerry 10. I still have BlackBerry 10 devices. I usually carry one with me along with my BlackBerry Key 1. So it's either my Passport, my Classic. I've been rocking the Z30 a lot lately. But other than that, those are pretty much the three. Still every once in a while play with the Z10, the original BlackBerry 10 device. So, still play with that. And, there's, like I said, there's usually one device on me that's got a SIM card in it, active and ready to go. So I still use it for email productivity and such. And I use my Key One pretty much, as my daily driver, of course. But, the BlackBerry 10 device is there for, get through the rest of my productivity stuff and helping me keep safe flow, because it still has that great fluidness of an OS to it. So again, what about BlackBerry 10? I noticed a lot of our content lately on BlackBerry 10 has been kind of weak, non-existent pretty much. We've been covering a lot of the Key One, and that's we love the Key One. We love BlackBerry Mobile. We're trying to help push that product for them, and as a site that we are, we not that we have to do it, but we want to help. And we're committed to doing so, but we understand there's a community for BlackBerry 10. We know BlackBerry 10 is kind of in that maintenance mode right now, but that doesn't mean people aren't using it still. That doesn't mean developers aren't developing. I mean, I browse the BlackBerry BlackBerry World for new BlackBerry 10 apps, and there's still apps that I haven't heard being coming up on my home screen or the main page for App World. So I think there's a developer still submitting apps for this for the OS, and they're not big name apps or anything like that, but they're applications that have a lot of cool features to them. So we're going to be kind of committed to pushing a little bit more BlackBerry 10 stuff to you guys, bringing some more reviews, some app reviews. You know what? We also want you, the fans, to be part of this. So if you're still out there using a BlackBerry 10, whether you're a end user, if you're using it for enterprise, if you're using it, if you're a developer. And if you're still, we want to hear from you. We want to know about your application that you're developing. We want to know why you're still developing for BlackBerry 10. Is it because that you love BlackBerry 10 and love how easy it is to develop for it? I know a lot of my developer friends, they have said that BlackBerry 10 was one of the easiest operating system to develop for. But so yeah, if you're any of those categories, you just love BlackBerry 10, or even if you miss BlackBerry 10, let me know. Let us know somewhere in the comments. You can email me. You can let us know. We're going to be trying to get up as much stuff out for BlackBerry 10 as we can. It's still going to be a lot of BlackBerry Key One, still going to be a lot of BlackBerry Android, but we're going to try to cover all pieces of the pie here for you. Where it's BlackBerry security stuff, BlackBerry Android, BlackBerry Key One, other BlackBerry devices that are coming out with the licensing partners, and then BlackBerry 10. BlackBerry 10, like I said, is still a very big aspect of the community, pretty much. So, and we noticed that a lot of other outlets aren't covering BlackBerry 10. They're kind of easing off from the BlackBerry 10 coverage, and it's slowly but surely they're killing their coverage and having the BlackBerry 10. Again, we know. BlackBerry 10's where it is. It's not looking well for anything to happen with it, but that doesn't mean people aren't using it, and that doesn't mean we can't cover it. So look forward to that. Again, we'll put a post up about that later today or tomorrow. More, and just let us know in the comments of this podcast or of the YouTube video that you're watching us on, or send us something on Twitter or Facebook or something. Let us know that you're using BlackBerry 10 and why you love using it. So the other thing that we want to touch on, CEO John Chen was over. He's been over in Asia. Looks like he's been over in Indonesia, looking to go talk to BBM and the BBM team and seeing what's get a status update on what's going on for them. And they went over and talked to Bloomberg Asia for their morning program show. And he had a pretty good interview. We haven't really heard from John Chen over the past few months. I believe the last time we heard from Chen was the Q1 earnings call. And we haven't heard from him since. He gave his remarks, and he's been kind of quiet. John Chen has never really shied away from the interviews, but he doesn't go interviewing when he doesn't have to, seems like. So he did give this interview for Bloomberg. We'll put the link in the description of the video, of course, or you can go check BerryReporter.com. The video's there. It's a pretty good interview. It's not a lot of, breaking news or anything like that, things we haven't heard already, but he talks the BlackBerry licensing agreements. A lot of it was talked about BBM because they wanted to know how it's going, and Chen thinks it's going well. He hasn't gotten a full report. He apparently was going to go speak to them, so maybe he'll tell us behind the scenes or put out some kind of report. But from his perspective, if everything's going well, apparently he was also going to go talk to other partners they have over there. I do know in Indonesia they have BBM. So hopefully they're going to go talk to them, see how that's going with. And it's really nice to see that BlackBerry said, okay, here's our products, we're going to license it out to you, and that's it. You're never going to hear from us. It's nice to see that BlackBerry is keep staying focused on these partnerships and making sure that they're fully these companies, whether it's TCL, whether it's Optima, or it's BBM or it's the BBM team. It's nice seeing that they're interacting with these guys and making sure they're helping them out. We had Michael Cluley on the he talked how involved they are with the BlackBerry Key 1 and BlackBerry OS for Android devices, and it's really reassuring to see that they didn't just say here's the keys to our licensing stuff and have at it. So yeah, he talked a lot about the hardware stuff. He talked about the security and what their pretty much goal is to do. Their goal is to not just make sure that people are aware of them, but make sure they're aware of who they are and what they do best. I think the interviewer asked about, you're going against a lot of big players like Microsoft in the mobile device management field. And he kind of said, we're going against big players. We're going against top-notch systems out there and companies out there, but we want to drive across, not that our product is cheaper, or we want to drive the fact that our product is better and that our product has more benefits than theirs do. So it's nice to see that, again, that the BlackBerry is trying to sell their strengths to companies, and that should be helping them sell their MDM solutions and everything like that to them. So they talked a lot about that. They talked a little bit about the some politics stuff. We won't get into that here. This is a politics-free zone, but yeah, it was a nice interview. Go check it out. It's again, it's on BerryReporter.com for those who haven't seen it yet, and it's a great interview. I mean, it's short, but it kind of drives home a lot of points. So Romeo said that if they refresh BlackBerry 10, I'd be over Passport again. He needs new runtime. Yeah, we still, with BlackBerry 10, we still have apparently an OS update sometime next year is apparently coming to us. So we don't know when or where we'll see that, but the last time we heard from BlackBerry on BlackBerry 10, they stated that's what's coming. And I would like to see kind of a refresh on BBM for BlackBerry 10 has kind of gotten a little stale, a little not looked at lately, and all these updates are coming out for BBM for Android and iOS, and the BlackBerry 10 side of it's kind of lacking and not getting the updates. Again, that's more being pushed towards the enterprise everything, but you still want your enterprise users to be enjoying their experience on BBM for BlackBerry 10. So yeah, I mean, if they refresh BlackBerry 10, it'd be nice. I don't see it happening anytime soon. The most refresh we'll get is an OS update, and that's again just probably going to be a maintenance update that they're going to roll out, and we don't know from there what happens to it. It's in maintenance mode, but sadly, it's in maintenance mode. We love BlackBerry 10. I love BlackBerry 10. It's 2013. That's when I remember going to the event for BlackBerry 10 and seeing Thorsten Hines up on stage showing off these new shiny devices, the Q10 and the Z10, and it was a very cool operating system to use, and still is to this day. So let me see what else we got in the topic list. We also did post up on BerryReporter.com where you can find all their social networks. We're everywhere pretty much. We have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're all at Berry Reporter there. We also have the BBM channel. We have the YouTube channel that you're watching us on, or iTunes podcast that you're listening to us on. So go check us out through there. We also have, we have Snapchat. We're trying to, we don't, every once in a while I'll try to post there, but it's it's difficult, but we're there. So go check us out. Add us away. Tell all your friends and families to go add us on there as well. And that is pretty much it for the news this week. For this week's show, let's see if we got anything in the comments. Brother Neil says he hears Romeo. He agrees with him about BlackBerry 10 getting that refresh. And yeah, I mean, again, I agree with you guys as well. If you guys are tuning in late, this is for those who have been wondering what the retro patents look like. I did pick one out myself, got a little frame for it and everything. So go check one out. Patents. We are going to go try do a contest with him, so doing giveaway with him. So stay tuned for further details on that guy. Stay tuned to BerryReporter. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel and to our Twitter channel and all that stuff, so you don't miss out on that contest to win one of those guys. They're really cool. Definitely go check them out for other cool patents and stuff like that. I can, see it hanging this thing on my office and whatever. So go check them out. Thank you guys. Short show, I know. We're still working on trying to get Art out of the the dungeon. Pretty much, he's been kind of MIA for the past almost month now. And we're trying to get him out of there, but we're also trying to find other people to join us. So if you are interested in joining, the Bear Report podcast, I think one of these weeks we're going to let you guys come on the show and talk with me live on the air. We'll discuss, and to do so. Stay tuned for that announcement as well. We have some other cool announcements and cool contests coming up, so just gotta stay tuned. We're working some magic here. I'm working with Evernote right now to get a contest going with them. That should be live next podcast, so stay tuned. And we will see you guys next week. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Yep, short and sweet. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Bear Report podcast. Again, my name is BlackBerry Brad. You can find me at BlackBerry Brad. You can also find us at Bear Reporter on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go check us out. Thanks for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe and give us a comment. It helps out the show a lot. Brad out.